Hi, living in Boulder vlog, October 16th, 2019, Wednesday at 1:18 p.m. So, I got out, I was working until early, but then I got up I got to sleep a little bit earlier than I normally would because I wanted to get up earlier. So I could help my mom, but I think I kind of slept as much anyway. I don't know. But I'm totally rested. I'm gonna call my mom right after I do this. She wants me to come over and help her with stuff. She's been doing too many vacations and gets behind. And so on my website, I was yesterday was another data gathering day. I found more lineages to travel up. So that was good to create more people. Yeah, I would like to include all of it on the horizontal timeline, all the different lineages. I don't know if it'll fit um, on the condensed one. And this morning I was working a little bit, or this afternoon, I was working a little bit after I got up and yeah, just organizing and still kind of get data gathering stage. Oh yeah, but I was organizing and putting the different lineages in their proper boxes, and so making it easier to navigate. It's getting a little bit hard to scroll up and down. So this is a super interesting a project. This is a super interesting project to work on because uh, because Ireland has the biggest history, the longest history that goes back. They have their book called the Book of Invasions. It's 78 pages long. It's on my website. I was listening to it. I want to keep listening to it over and over again. And because it's just a big old puzzle. It's a big old puzzle that I have to put together. I remember when I was a kid, I liked puzzles. I liked mazes. But this is the ultimate puzzle because I think I can piece together, I can match the lineage that I'm looking here on the website, Ginny.com. And it says 2500 BC, the Scythians come over. But the mitochondrial DNA says 2500, the Scythians come over. So I could put that on my website, on my timeline. I could say, hey, look, mitochondrial, written, and then just paint a picture. Nobody's done that, like, and that's 2500 BC. That's when the pyramids were built. So, there was a whole, golden age of history in the past we need to bring to light. We don't look at that as recorded history. We look at it as like mythological history, but it's not now. I think we have enough evidence to call it recorded history now. So yeah, I'm super. I was saying before I'd give a week to this, but now I'm thinking, fuck it, give a month because I want to see my. You could find out so much about Ireland by the lineage. Because the lineages break up into lots of different ones, and they all go back about the same time, like the fall of Rome, 500-ish. So you can see how all that comes, and then you can include the history of Ireland. Ireland has a High Kings history list that goes back to 2000 BC. It goes from like 1985 BC with the invasion of, I think, the Firbolg. First it was the Kainan or whatever, but then they kind of didn't set foot, and then it was the Furbolg. And they came in, I think those were the ones who came in, 2500 BC. It was those guys. And they saw that Ireland was this one island, and it was a good size to kind of have a one kingdom. So they made Ireland one kingdom. They divided it into 5 different states from the 5 sons of the leader or something like that. And the leader of one of the states was the capital state. So it was seen as one. The entire island was one kingdom since 2500 BC. And that's where the idea of the High King comes from. And it lasted all the way to like 1700 or something like that, or I can't remember. I need to put it on my timeline. Yeah, it was like 4,000 years, a 4,000 year long kingdom. That's awesome. So I'm going to put that on my timeline, and a lot of but the cool thing for me is a lot of the High Kings were on my direct ancestor list. So if I wanted to choose any kingdom for the history to have my direct ancestors, to be Ireland, and also for the picturesque of it, it was a beautiful kingdom. Those kingdoms that they had, there was this kingdom called can't remember, but it encompassed Scotland and Ireland. So there were big time seafarers. They're painting the building. So and they recorded some interesting stuff about their societies too, like how they organized. So and like there's a lot of good history about the trip, the invasions in the book of invasions. So I can put that in my timeline in the Google Earth as well. So yeah, I have to go help my mom, so I'm not going to be able to like work on this. I have to do stuff today, but when I get back, yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just some of the lines break off and then come back. So I think I'm going to make everything its own line though, but I need to just kind of get an inventory of how many there are, and the main ones I need to figure out a way to make it contiguous. Like there's a line here that it goes back to a guy, and then he just says that he sprouted from Aeneas. So I'm not gonna go, and that was 1,000 years beforehand. So I'm not gonna go for 1,000 years making grandfather all the way to Aeneas just because this guy says he sprung from Aeneas. So I have to. But as far as like Adam and the Scythians, I want to make one that goes contiguous there. So I kind of have to figure out exactly how I'm going to piece together all of these different lines individually, and make the horizontal on the one that goes the farthest back. I think that would be the Scythian, and yeah, that's actually the one that's the most indicative of history. So make one line horizontal on the detailed history, the 500-year cross, but on the more compacted one, the 2,500-year cross, I was thinking about seeing if I could include all of them, but we'll see. So just piecing it together. So yeah, I haven't gotten to the point where I have to start figuring out how to make it, like design it yet. I'm still in the point of just dumping stuff and attaching stuff. So, but I wasn't really listening to much. Although this morning before I got tired, I started to get really interested. I'm going to read all the Wikipedia articles about Ireland and the beginning of Ireland because there's a lot there, and get prepared to put it into the timeline in my timeline here. So okay, so that's enough talking. I'm going to go and call my mom now, and I have to get something to eat. All right, later.